This is Raider News Update with Bianca DiMaria and Jasmine Charles with the news, Tyler Hubbard with Arts and Entertainment, and Jody Cornwell with sports. And now, from Studio B at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School, Bianca DiMaria and Jasmine Charles.
Welcome to Period 4-5 Raider News Update Edition. I'm Bianca DiMaria.
And I'm Jasmine Charles. The week of the 21st, GSA is hosting Ally Week. Ally Week is a national youth-led effort that helps increase the number of allies in the LGBTQ community. Listen to the announcements the week of the 21st to find out how you can participate in Ally Week.
The SLC weekend was held on Friday and Saturday, October 11th and 12th. Let's go on location and find out how it went. Hi, I'm Bianca DiMaria on location with Vic Garant. So Vic, he recently just went on the SLC trip. How was it?
Oh, it was one of the best weekends of my life. It really makes you it really shows you kind of how you miss the people that you get to know, because the thing is, like, once you're in school and you're in your environment, what happens is that, like, you don't look at people the same way. And once we went on this trip, we learned about a lot of people that we wouldn't have never talked to, and we made a lot of new friends. And one of those friends is Kim. I'm pretty sure you will hear from her later.
So what did you do at SLC?
I'm not really supposed to tell you exactly what we did because it's kind of like secretive, but we did stuff like Project Adventure and team building activities, and it was really, really fun. You really get to know people that way.
What was your favorite part from it?
By far my favorite part was the location where we were and the people we were with. Like I said, it was a wonderful, wonderful place. It was a nice lake, and everyone there was so funny, and it was just the best weekend ever.
This is Kim Cotty. She also went on the SLC trip. So Kim, what was your favorite part?
We got to learn how to square dance, and that was really fun. So, yeah.
What did you take away from the weekend?
The whole weekend basically touched upon, like, how people work together and how people communicate with each other. So I think everybody kind of walked away with an influence on that and how to meet new people and get along with them.
Okay, now back to the studio.
Cyberbullying has become an epidemic among teenagers. Teenagers ages 12 through 20 depend heavily on the internet to communicate with their peers. However, many teenagers use the internet as a way to bully others. Websites such as Facebook, Ask.fm, and Twitter, among others, make it easier for kids to bully each other more than ever before. More than 50% of teenagers have admitted that they have been cyberbullied. Teen suicide rates are also on the rise. In the past year, 9 teenagers were reported to have committed suicide due to cyberbullying. In order to decrease cyberbullying, teenagers need to be more aware of their differences and learn to accept others for who they are. Teenagers also need to realize that they have their entire lives ahead of them, and that it's not worth it to end their lives just because they're being bullied. And now let's go to our new feature on sports predictions.
And this month we're doing sport predictions for who will win the game between the Brooklyn Nets and the Miami Heat. I'm here with Amani Williams. What do you think?
I think the Heat will win.
Okay, and how come?
Because LeBron James is the best out there so far.
That's a pretty good prediction.
Hey, I'm here with Alexis Venable, and how do you think who do you think is going to win the game? Miami Heat or the Brooklyn Nets?
Okay, I think the Miami Heat is going to win because the Celtics didn't really go far. So for them to have 2 players from the Celtics go to the Nets, they're not going to go far. Like, the Heat have Wade, Bosh, LeBron James. Like, it's not going to happen. The Heat are going to win it.
Hey, I'm here with Carl Williams. Who do you think is going to win a basketball game, Miami Heat or Brooklyn Nets?
The Miami Heat.
Why?
Really good team.
You don't think the Brooklyn Nets are going to win because they have Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett?
Really good players, but been a Heat fan for a good long time, so.
Okay, LeBron.
That's pretty good.
LeBron.
And I'm here with Miss Fitzgibbon on her sports prediction between who will win the Brooklyn Nets and Miami Heat. So what do you think?
I think Miami's going to win. I think that even though Brooklyn's an up-and-coming team and they're going to have a lot of potential in the future, I think when you look at Miami and you look at the fact that they have LeBron and they've had the winning chemistry for the past few years, I think that chemistry is going to take them over. And when championship is on the line, that experience is going to help them.
I like that, but how come you don't believe that the Nets will win?
I think, first of all, their fan base isn't used to them winning, having been the New Jersey Nets for a while. And also, too, they've got a lot of new players, so they have to gel with their coach and with each other. And we all know that sometimes a new team just can't take over that hurdle to do it.
Spirit Week was a hit. Students and teachers participated throughout the week to show their spirit. Tuesday was Hawaiian Day. Wednesday was American Day, where students showed off their red, white, and blue. Thursday was Decade Day, where participants brought back the past. Friday, students showed their Raider pride. Don't forget to attend Pasta Night on Wednesday, October 23rd, between 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock p.m. in the high school cafeteria. Meals are only $6 per person, and they include beverages and dessert. Families of 3 or more are only $5 each, and children under 3 are free. And now to Tyler with Arts and Entertainment.
Thanks, Bianca. Z100 has finally announced the lineup for its holiday concert, Jingle Ball. Jingle Ball will be held on Friday, December 13th at 8 o'clock p.m. at Madison Square Garden. So far, the event includes entertainment from Robin Thicke, Miley Cyrus, Fall Out Boy, Austin Mahone, Fifth Harmony, Jason Derulo, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, and Selena Gomez. Every year, the event tries to give back to a charitable cause. This year, $1 from every ticket will be given to the Ryan Seacrest Foundation. This foundation inspires youth through entertainment and education. Top 5 songs of the week are Hold On We're Going Home by Drake, Wake Me Up by Avicii, Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus, Roar by Katy Perry, and coming in at number 1, Royals by Lorde. The top 5 movies of the week are Runner Runner, Machete Kills, Clyde with a Chance of Meatballs 2, Captain Phillips, and coming in at number 1, Gravity. And now let's go to Critics Corner.
This is Tyler.
And this is Matt.
And this is Critics Corner. This month on Critics Corner, me and Matt both saw Captain Phillips, which tells the story of Captain Phillips, played by Tom Hanks, who's an excellent actor, about the story of his voyage on the east coast of Africa, where he was attacked by Somalian pirates, who then took over his cargo ship. This movie was fantastic. It had great actors, a good plot, and it really helps, like the movie went along with what actually happened, so it really translated well onto the big screen. So Matt, what did you think?
I thought that this movie had pretty much everything in it. I mean, I really liked how there was a big fight, between the 4 pirates and the people on the American cargo ship. And Tom Hanks' character as Captain Phillips was basically the most important role in the movie. I mean, the movie is Captain Phillips, so he did an awesome job. He had been taken out of his character, and it was a different role for him. And I thought that this was like one of the best movies I've ever seen him in. And also, the person who played the Somalian pirates captain was a taxi driver, and he got this role. And at first, he couldn't work with Tom Hanks, but then later on, it all came together and worked out, and it produced a wonderful movie. So, what do you think about that, Tyler?
Yeah, that was one of the best parts, was seeing the pirates interact with Tom Hanks, because they were real Somalians, which was people don't usually do, but I thought it was an amazing choice the director made. So I think all that combined, I give this movie a solid 5 out of 5 stars. What do you think, Matt?
Come to think of it, I think I will also give it 5 out of 5 stars because I really enjoyed this movie. Now back to the studio.
Now let's go to Stephanie and Michaela with major events of the week.
Hi, I'm Michaela.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is your major events for the week. On Tuesday, October 22nd, the boys varsity soccer team goes against Linden at 4 p.m. at the high school. On Saturday, October 26th, the varsity football team plays Watchung Hills at home. And on Thursday, October 24th, the girls varsity soccer team goes against Summit at 4 p.m. at Summit High School.
And in movies, on October 25th, The Counselor starring Penelope Cruz and Cameron Diaz, and Bad Grandpa starring Johnny Knoxville hits theaters.
And now back to the studio.
And now let's go to sports with Jody.
Thanks, Jasmine. Even in the 6th week of school, the Raiders are still on top. The football team had their most recent win against North Plainfield under the lights on Friday, October 11th. They crushed North Plainfield, winning an impressive 27-12. Their next game is the homecoming game on Saturday, so come out to support. The girls' soccer team beat Oak Knoll on Saturday in the Union County Tournament quarterfinals, dominating the entire game and winning 4-0. Goals were scored by Tori Baliadco, Kelly Yeager, and 2 by Catherine Cunningham. The girls' next game is October 15th against New Providence at 4 at home, and the county semifinal is Saturday night at 7 o'clock against Union at ALJ. Finally, the boys' soccer team had a victory against Westfield at Keller Stadium on Saturday, winning 1-0 against their biggest rival. They will also be playing Union on Saturday at 7 p.m. in the county semifinals at Kane University. That wraps it up for sports. Now back to Bianca and Jasmine.
And now let's go to Car of the Week.
Jenny and Jenny here with senior Kendall Scobie.
She has a 2004 Volkswagen Beetle. Let's check it out. Here we have the exterior of Kendall's car. It's a nice two-door Beetle, convertible. She likes to put the top down. So when did you get the car?
I got it in May.
Now let's check out the interior.
Kendall, tell me about your accessories in the car.
I have a flower because it came with the car. And then these two are like they put scent.
And that's Car of the Week.
Perfect. And now let's go to this week's weather with Stormy Stephanie.
Hello, I'm Stormy Stephanie, and this week will be sunny and in the 60s. This has been this week's weather. Now back to the studio.
That wraps it up for this week's Period 4-5 edition of Raider News Update.
Be sure to tune in next week for Period 7-8's news edition.
Boys soccer team has picked up where it left off after last year's state championship with a 7-1 record. Senior co-captains Mark Dambow and Jim Brown have been vital to the team's success.
Claus debuted this year as a result of the combined. The Junior Statesman organization in the high school had a great turnout for its first meeting earlier this year. The Dramatic Club will be meeting this Thursday, October 25th at 2:45 in room 211.
One of the top stories in sports here at SPFHS is the varsity field hockey team's first victory.
The school board elections on Tuesday, April 7th, brought some changes to the Board of Education.
On Monday, March 30th, there was a special discussion held in the multi-purpose room of the high school.
Thanks, Anthony. Every year, the music department travels to a different part of the country for their most important competition of the season.
The Scott Jones Family High School varsity track team has set out for a great season this year.
Dr. Robert Hallett, superintendent of the Scotch Plains Fanwood School District, will be retiring next April.
The week of April 9th through April 12th, Breakaway Frozen Yogurt sponsored a fundraiser for the Shima Wexler Scholarship Fund.
Thanks, Sue. On Friday, April 10th through Monday, April 13th, SPF musicians went to Boston, Massachusetts.
Jeffrey Hammonds, once a star on the Raiders varsity baseball team, is now starting as center fielder.
Throughout the school year, SAD works hard to influence students to avoid driving while intoxicated. SAD's main time of concern is the prom and graduation.
On Tuesday, December 1st, the Scotch Plains Fanwood High School DECA chapter held its annual Chinese auction. Various businesses and families of the community donated items to be auctioned. These items included a TV, VCR, CD player, and various gift certificates.
On June 2nd, the Scotch Plains Fanwood High School Music Department held its annual recognition dinner at La Fair Restaurant.
The SBF girls varsity tennis team has had a successful season this year. They came out of the county tournament ranked 5th of teams in the Union County.
Seniors at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School started on their way down the last stretch of their high school careers on Wednesday, June 9th.
In follow-up of last week's report involving the primary elections of class officers,
The past month, the yearbook committee has been working very hard putting together the 93 Coleman.